What's happening? My name is Nick Martinez. My background's flying airplanes, and I was introduced to this product about 18 months ago. Got a call from a friend who happened to be the husband of a flight attendant I work with, who said, "Nick, I found it." I asked him, "You found what?" He's like, I found the next biggest thing. You've got to check this out." Asked him what it was. He said, "Nick, what do you know about ketones and ketosis?" Honestly, I knew nothing about that. I grew up in the 90s when it was the low-fat house, right? My mom got all the butter out of our house. She got all the the mayonnaise, replaced it with Miracle Whip. She got all the real milk out, replaced it with skim milk. Like, we lived on Cheerios, we lived on fat-free yogurt, we lived on turkey bacon, all that yummy stuff. Ugh, not so much, right? So my friend was telling me that, hey, this product's gonna change your life. It's gonna be enormous, and you need to be part of this. Not knowing anything about ketones, went out on faith, went online, ordered a whole bunch of it, became a promoter for the company without really understanding it, but trusting that, hey, he knew about health, he knew about ketones, and I started to do research and realized, holy smokes, there might be something to this. The very next week, I happened to be at a conference where the keynote speaker of this conference was a guy named Dr. Daniel Amen. If you haven't heard of him, look him up. He scanned 87,000 brains in his career, and he teaches people how to fix their brain or how to heal their brain if they're having challenges. So people with traumatic brain injury, people with concussive syndrome, people with Alzheimer's, dementia, all those different issues. He basically teaches them how to modify their diet and how to naturally allow their brain to heal and to regrow. And the main part of his talk was about eating high fat, eating healthy fats, eating lower amounts of carbohydrates, getting your body into a state of ketosis, and putting ketones into the brain. As a result of this, I'm sitting in this conference, I'm drinking pure therapeutic ketones, listening to this guy talk about how good this stuff is for me. I left that conference on fire, realizing this is where I needed to be. This was a conversation that I needed to be part of, and that I needed to start sharing with people. So I left there with a purpose. I helped re-educate my mom and dad on different ways that you can eat and different things that we can fuel our body with. They started to have amazing experiences. My mom is now down to a weight that she got married at, and she's actually gaining weight now, but it's pure muscle mass, right? She's been doing water aerobics for the last 25 years and has never really changed, and she's always had this extra belly fat. Now that belly fat is gone, and she's built, she's fit, right? She's healthy. My father is down 20 pounds. He weighs 150 pounds, 5'8". He retired from the airlines a couple years ago. He was a commercial airline pilot for United Airlines for 35 years. Always just never was overweight, but just struggled to maintain health. All right, the last 18 months with this lifestyle, with this product, his health has gone through the roof. He feels better than he's ever felt. And for him, he just loves being trim and being in shape. So it's been amazing to watch the product change my family and give us just this amazing just vitality, this amazing experience. And what's been even more exciting is watching it change the people around us, change in our community. Prove It is a company that is community-based marketing. We have a model that's all based upon education, based upon sharing information about real science, about the real way that your body works, the way that when you ingest food, what happens. It's not just this whole calories in, calories out conversation anymore. It's where are the calories coming from. And with the education and with understanding ketones, you can actually take that and apply it and really help yourself get to the next level from a health standpoint. So what are ketones? All right, your body is meant to run on two different fuel sources. One is glucose, the other is ketones. Now, 99% of at least Americans, they only run on glucose. Here's why. Your body burns glucose anytime you eat carbohydrates or sugar. Your body burns glucose. Okay, that turns into glucose in your blood, so it's called blood sugar, and your body burns that for fuel. You will only ever tap into fat or burn fat for fuel if you're out of glucose. So let me ask you this: when was the last time that you starved yourself or went on a fast? Or when is the last time you went without carbohydrates for, say, a week, or ate very, very, very low amount of carbs for a week? In any of those two states, you might get into ketosis. You might get into a state where your body is metabolizing fat and turning it into energy. So when you don't have glucose in your system, your body can burn fat. When you do have glucose in your system, your body won't burn fat. So that's where our product walks in, right? So the benefits of having ketones present, obviously a side effect is that you start to lose fat, which can be really good. But the bigger benefits are the brain. Like ketones are really, really good for the brain. They light up the brain, they energize the brain, they allow you to focus, they allow you to be more clear. Ketones are also highly anti-inflammatory, so it starts to reduce the inflammation in your body. They also give you more energy. Ketones carry more oxygen to the cells than glucose does, so you're able to do more with less. So if you're in a state of ketosis and you go work out, all of a sudden your workout, you're just crushing it. You're able to push more weight. You're able to go further faster. It's an amazing feeling. Ketones also help with sleep, and they help with skin, they help with digestion. It's just amazing what starts to happen and how the body starts to work better when ketones are present. If you think about it, up until about 100 years ago, we were in and out of a state of ketosis on a weekly basis, right? We didn't eat 3 meals a day. We didn't have fast food right down the street. We actually were we were either fasting, we were in a state of famine, or when we were eating, it was eating like real food, right? We were eating the whole animal. We were eating the fat. We weren't just eating, the lean portions of the protein on that animal. So we were eating this more high-fat, low-carb lifestyle. So until this product, the 2 ways to get into a state of ketosis were to go on a starvation diet, no fun, not very healthy either. Or number 2 is to be on a ketogenic diet. We got school buses going by here. It's just a beautiful morning here in Minnesota. Number 2 was to be on a ketogenic diet, so a high-fat, a low-carb diet. A lot of people have heard of the Atkins-style diet, and the keto diet is similar to that. It's more focusing on healthy fats and really restricting carbohydrates. Now, that's a great lifestyle and very, very healthy to live. However, the challenge is if you even look at a carb, if you look at a donut, not even if you eat it, if you look at it, chances are you're not going to be in ketosis anymore, because just a little extra carbohydrates will kick you out and your body will say, nope, I can't tap into fat for another 3 days until I burn through all this glucose that is in my system. So the beauty of this product, the beauty of Keto OS, is the fact that you can now drink ketones. So you literally get to take a sip. Before this, you're not in ketosis. Now I drink this serving of keto, and I am in ketosis. I just drank pure therapeutic ketones. What does that mean? It means I have ketones in my blood. It means my cells are being energized by ketones. It means my brain is lighting up. It means I will have more energy when I go to work out. I'll be able to do more with less, and it's just fantastic. So this conversation started with just sharing this white magical powder that people loved putting in their drink and drinking and were feeling amazing, and it's turned into this movement. It's turned into this movement of better health, of better fuel, of better helping people really achieve what it is that they're looking for in their life. Our model is a community-based marketing model. What that means is I get paid by the company to help educate the marketplace on what ketones are, help educate the marketplace on a better way to live, a better lifestyle, and giving them the ability to implement this into their lives. What's really fun is most of them they're not being sold a product. They're inspired by all the stories that are taking place from people that are drinking ketones. And then from a business standpoint, they're inspired by our community that's come together that's really about education and lifting people up and helping them become better versions of themselves. They're inspired by that, and they want to share it too. So if you're looking at this from a business standpoint, like this is something that you want to be part of. This is something that you want to share because it's going to help the people around you. And if your goal is just to earn, free ketones, we've got that. If your goal is to earn an extra $500, $1,000 a month, we've got that. If your goal is to earn full-time income, we've got that as well. Even if you're looking for like lifestyle, live your dreams, move into that house that you've always been looking at, or go on those vacations that you never could afford, like we have that here. I mentioned before that I've been an airline pilot for the last 11 years. Just a few days ago, I was able to walk in and fire my boss and say, you know what, I don't need this job anymore. And it was a tough thing for me to do because I love flying, but I knew that I could do so much more by sharing this conversation, by championing what ketones are all about. I could help and impact so many more lives just by giving them a drink, pointing them into our educational community, helping them learn a little bit more. And from a financial standpoint, last month I made more than 2 777 captains at Delta Airlines combined. Take 2 35-year guys that have been working their entire career flying the jumbo jets for the major airlines, and my income surpassed what they would make. Okay, so it's been absolutely phenomenal from that kind of standpoint. Like, what would you do if you had a little extra money every month? Like, if just $500 a month came in, like, how would that affect what you're doing? Would you be able to go on more trips? Would you be able to pay off debt? What would you do if you had an extra 20 or 30 or 40 or $50,000 a month? Like, how could that impact you? For us, it means my wife no longer works her full-time job. Now she can focus on what she loves, hang out with our kids more. For me, it means I no longer have my full-time job. We get to be stay-at-home parents, and we get to focus on building our dreams and truly creating life rather than reacting to it. So, at the very least, if you haven't yet, you need to be drinking ketones. Find the friend that shared this video with you, get their website, go on and order yourself a supply of ketones. Like, you're gonna be grateful and thankful that you did. You're gonna love how they make them feel. If you're looking for better, if you're looking for a change in your life, if you've always known that you were meant for more, if you know that there's more out there and that you can create something, like, become part of our community. You want to join this community. When you become part of Prove It, you don't just get the opportunity to achieve the best health of your life. You don't just get the opportunity to have a vehicle for financial freedom. You get a personal development plan where you actually become part of this community and we help you become the best version of yourself. You also get to surround yourself by success-minded people. Okay, you will become the average of the 5 people that you hang out the most with. Who are you hanging out with? Right? With our community, all of a sudden, like, you're surrounded by people who are going somewhere, people who have goals, people who know that they can achieve them and that are inspiring others to do so. Surround yourself with that for a long enough period of time, and all of a sudden, it doesn't really matter what you're doing, you're becoming better. Your life is being elevated, and you're getting to the places that you want to go. So thanks for taking the time to watch this. I hope that something I have said today will have inspired you to jump on board, to start drinking ketones, and hopefully you can join us in the community and be part of the Prove It family. Have an awesome day.